An armored cash transport truck was forced to stop. A robot threw out sharp projectiles, instantly knocking out all the guards. Bags full of money were quickly moved into another vehicle. This wasn't just any robot, it was the first one in the world with self-awareness. But strangely, it was running with a group of criminals.
If you want to be cool, you have to act cool. Look at Daddy walks. Look how cool he is. You need to keep a gangster.
Yeah, be cool.
Jack told Chappie that he used to be a robot on the verge of being scrapped. His battery had been welded in and couldn't be replaced. To survive, he would need a whole new body, but that would cost a lot of money. So, according to Jack, they had no choice but to commit a robbery. Meanwhile, Dion, determined to keep Chappie from going deeper into a life of crime, bought a gun and decided to take him back from the gang. But when he finally found Chappie, the robot suddenly started to smoke. At the same time, the entire city's robotic police force suddenly went offline. Dion brought Chappie back to his lab and hooked him up to a computer. That's when he discovered the True Thievery robot cop had been infected with a virus, and it was all caused by his rival, David. David had developed a large, moose-shaped robot, but it was overshadowed by the success of Dion's robotic police. Fueled by jealousy, David unleashed the virus. Dion isolated the virus in Chappie and managed to bring him back online. As they were getting ready to leave, Chappie noticed a neural transfer helmet, a device that could extract human consciousness. He took the helmet home and quickly figured out how to extract and preserve human consciousness. Now, the only thing missing was a body. So Chappie went back to the highway and intercepted another armored truck. He threw projectiles again, knocking out the guards. As the doors were blown open, bags full of cash were once again transferred quickly to a getaway vehicle. But this time, the entire scene was caught on the news. Enraged, the company's CEO ordered David to destroy the robot immediately to protect the company's image. Meanwhile, Chappie was thrilled by the success of the heist. But then Jack admitted there never was a new body. He had lied just to trick Chappie into helping with the robbery. Chappie was devastated.
You're gonna let me die, Daddy! You're gonna let me die! Why do you humans do this? Why are you all alive?
Just then, David showed up, piloting his massive moose robot. He began bombing the area without mercy. Then, he turned his sights on Dion, ready to kill him. At the last second, Chappie arrived. He leapt through the air and planted explosives onto the moose robot. But just as he was about to detonate them, the giant machine knocked him down. In the chaos, Dan was shot in the stomach, and his mother was killed by the robot. Enraged and injured, Chappie risked everything to grab the detonator. The massive robot was blown to pieces in an instant. Chappie carried the wounded Dion back to the company and confronted David, but he didn't kill him. Now, with Dion barely hanging on, Chappie had one last idea. Transfer Dion's consciousness into a robot body. When he pressed the confirm button, it actually worked.
My God.
The reborn Dion used the same method to transfer Chappie's mind into another nearby robot. At the same time, in a nearby junkyard, a robot slowly stood up. Due to copyright restrictions, this is all the content I am able to show.